not like trying to be like scary sounding. I'm just, telling you something realistic. If we get rid of these elites here, and they're worried we are for good reason, that's the reason why Bill Gates probably has his underground bunker. That's why Alex Jones, way below Bill Gates, has his underground bunker. I mean, he built the bunker like 2 years before he led people to invade the Capitol. And, I mean, anyways, so Bill Gates and, Google's, they have like, you know, they own the technology and stuff like that. They create that. Intel is real, right? And AMD is whoever's hands it is in right now. And it's definitely not you who owns it. And it's definitely not anyone we know can tell us what's all going on in it. But we do know that they they're in control of you as long as you touch the internet and stuff. They control. I mean, they've erased videos when I'm recording these people stalking me and stuff. Sometimes they erase videos and stuff. Like when I crash media events, my device will act up and stuff. And someone like corrected me that the other day. I was like, man, these kids. I was like, they were like, we shouldn't store our batteries for drills and power tools outside because the heat and cold can damage it. And other people were like, no, that doesn't happen. That's not the way it works. And it's like, okay, yeah, except for you could leave a simple crayon in your car and it melts all over the dashboard. So that is how it works. But I was like, my Samsung devices like get a warning when I've magically been crashing media events and recording these people and what's really going on at these events. Um, they get a warning when it was like 85 degrees out and shut the camera off. And then someone else I was talking to in that chat, they said that doesn't happen to my Samsungs. And I was like, thanks for the information because you know what? There's always a more reasonable answer to why my devices magically started acting up when I went to crash these events and document who's behind them and who's working in them and all this stuff. And, hit them with the questions that really matter that aren't allowed to be asked, which there's only really one question. Why does a select few individuals lord over the human species? It's really the only question of any value anyone should be asking. When you rip up a weed, you do it you got to pull the roots out, or it regrows. It's just as simple as that. If my car is a ticking time bomb in 100 ways, about to explode or fall apart, you just throw the car away. Okay, so there's one solution that takes everything down. You don't work around stuff like you're nibbling on a little piece of cake or anything like that. But if like people actually get the balls to go after these people, and we can see like there have been groups, there are a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk about the Epstein thing, but certain things like COVID shut that down. And boy, that was magic, wasn't it? One of the largest movements I'd seen since OWS shut down by another large movement. And anyways, if we like end up dealing with these people, and like I'm pretty sure that happens in the storyline here because of the simple fact they've wasted so much of their money and resources and time building bunkers for themselves and thinking that that's going to happen to them. I don't think we can trust any of the technology on the planet. So it's probably going to have to be destroyed. We can recreate it, in our own, under the people's eyes, and not limited people's ethers, and not people related to the elite whom we can't trust. But I think, you know, it's been used as an enemy against us, and then they've shown us there's back doors, and they can alter it and everything. And I don't think it really has brought freeness. I've been watching certain things be censored for a long time, and it's actually less free because now you sit inside your house. I mean, I guess people did that with TV too, and you just sit inside. And now, back in the day when there was only TV before internet, your parents would smack you in the mouth if you sit around watching TV all day. So you went outside and you talked to other people and stuff like that, and you associated with them, and like it's kind of like enclose an entire system to where just like a few people control everything and stuff. And they're doing that with the technology. I don't think any of it's safe to keep around after that stuff happens. I mean, it'd be the trash relics that would remind people, anyways, of the war they had to fight against people trying to just rob and enslave them. I mean, it's not even just like about the lockdown and of your device and inability to control what it does. It's also like about how they just like sell you faulty junk. But at the same time, I look back on my life, how much I worked on devices, and other people don't always have those problems. Sometimes I work on devices, and my BIOS, my raw start code, let's put it that way for people who don't know what that word means. What makes the thing power up in the first place? The software that tells it to start powering up the other software. Tells the hardware inside how to work and fire together. I've even had times where I failed that update and it was screwy, but it still worked. And it was like magic, it should work. It shouldn't work at all right now, but hey, and I just quickly learned I have to do this, operate this a little bit differently, and it still works. And it's like, that's just as magic as controlling the weather and stuff like that to me, that could happen. But I also seen a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't fail that much and stuff. And it's like, man, the reason why I learned so much about tech during a certain decade was because I had to work on it constantly due to failures. And I just wonder sometimes, like, I wonder if that wasn't like, back in the day, people screwing with me who controlled the technology and stuff like that. Yeah, I got away free and clear when I was the one using technology to mess around. That seemed to have been an acceptable thing, but at one point in time, anyways, I'm pretty sure, if you chase Bill Gates off to his bunker, then Bill Gates still has control of your computer, doesn't he? It does no good. If you chase Intel back to the caves from whence they came, Intel still knows how your processor works, and you don't, do you? And that's pretty important. And I wouldn't trust anyone who tells me they know those things, because it's already been discussed before. No one knows all the levels of coding in this stuff. You can disseminate and this, and you can get one person who can come tell you they can do it. And we're going to trust another one elite individual programmer again. I don't think so. I think things go for a change, that everything is going to have to be replaced, and make it for the people by the people. Make it so it is everything that will ever be again too. And like the European Parliament does, they forced certain standards in the industry. They forced the USB-C, that way we don't have like a whole bunch of different cables laying around, and nothing is compatible with one another and stuff. But I think I'll never trust this stuff again, and I don't think anyone should if they've seen what's been going on. So it should probably just be destroyed and, I don't know, recycled into something new.